Do preppers need tactical training? Hey everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Good question, huh? A lot of people get into preparedness through this kind of stuff. You know, the tactical side. That's how I got into prepping, because of my military experience and all that stuff. The question remains, do preppers need tactical training? Well, it depends. It's not a carte blanche yes. It depends on what your role will be. If you are one of the ones that'll be out there in a tactical environment, you know, this kind of stuff, doing the things, then yes, you do need tactical training. If you are advanced in age to an extent where you are not going to be in that exact role, or maybe due to a disability, or just desire. Maybe you don't desire this stuff. A lot of preppers, it's not their thing, and that's okay. We need a variety of skill sets in each tribe, in each community, in each group, however it plays out. There are those that are young, or younger, or young-ish, capable, physically capable, willing, teachable, and able to become tactically proficient. So why would we need tactical stuff? We have food, we have water, we have our gardens, our animals, stuff like that, you know. We live rural, low population density, and this is just an example. Why would we need tactical training? Well, it depends on what goes down and how it goes down. What your role will be also within the group. I would highly recommend everybody that is able-bodied, has the desire to be tactically trained, to get proficient with these things, not just sit here and look pretty with them. This isn't about being tacticool. This is about real-world environment, real-world threats, real-world engagements. It's not pretty, it's not fun, it's ugly, it's bad, it's a last resort. But we have to be able to defend what we have. Also, I recommend that every single person, like I said, that has interest in it, yes, get tactical training. Why? It's your birthright as an American. This is information, to quote one of my trainers from my tribe, from earlier today's training, which would be yesterday for you when you're watching this video. It's a birthright, it's an American birthright that is supposed to be passed down from father to son, down the line. Not excluding women or girls or whoever wants to get involved. I'm not saying that. But it is our birthright. It is a tradition. It is supposed to be. That's why we have the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is the militia clause. Not just the right to keep and bear arms. It is the right and the duty to be able-bodied, equipped, and ready to serve your nation as a member of the unorganized militia. Well-regulated, but unorganized. That is very important. It's not just a birthright. It is a blessing to be able to have that knowledge, those skill sets. Very important. We had some good training this morning. If you want to watch my after-action report, lessons learned, check out Patreon, links in the description below. That's where we talk about all that kind of stuff. This is a rare look inside kind of what I talk about a lot on Patreon, as well as a variety of other stuff. It's $1 a month. I mean, tons of exclusive content there. Be a member Team AP. Yeah. Anyway, this is something that a society in general should have. A high percentage of able-bodied people that have the desire and willing to and want to be tactical trained should be. Because if there ever is an external threat or an internal threat, whatever it may be, the more we can do about it. The more people have competent training and are competent and have abilities that enable them to be part of the solution, not the problem. Taking it back a notch, security and defensive. We talk about SHTF all the time. We know that a lot of people out there are not prepared, right? Yes, they're not. They're asleep. When they start getting hungry, their families start starving, they're going to do bad things. So they're going to go try to take from others that have. And there's another group of people that only do this stuff, that think that they're some big bad A's, whatever, that are going to go take from everybody else to sustain themselves. Bad plan. Bad plan. Because just the way things work. Luck, doesn't matter how good how well you're trained. Somebody could get lucky and take you out. Not a good plan. But you need to have the ability to set security. Set proper security. I've talked about that before. I think on here, I know on Patreon, and how minimum effective security is 4-point security. 1 in each cardinal direction, 1 in each whatever. So you have a 90-degree field of fire covering the full 360 degrees. Not only those 4 people though, you need a watch rotation. So you need at least 8, because people got to sleep and do other things. Better yet, to have 12. I like 12 because 12-man, 12-person group can be split into 4-person groups, 2-person groups, 3-person triads. Triads are also very effective. 1 person performing admin, 1 person resting, 1 person on watch. Okay, it's not the best, but it works. So it gives you the ability to split into those different groups, evenly numbered. And a 3-watch rotation for setting 4-point security. The more people that we get tactically proficient, the better off we'll be as a nation. Like I said, it's our birthright. It's supposed to be trained, passed down from father to son throughout the generations. It just doesn't happen anymore. Rarely. My 14-year-old son, however, is getting the training. And other members of our tribe are training their sons and daughters in tactical proficiency. This is a highly perishable skill. You can't just go out every other weekend, once a month, whatever. We train, my tribe trains as a group every other weekend. However, on the off weekends, a lot of times, certain groups of people will get together, or individuals will go up and do training by themselves, or as a group. Also, we perform daily training. I'm training all the time in my house. I walk around the house, practice room clearing. I practice scouting out in here. I practice target recognition, terrain dominance, all these kind of things around while I'm here on my property, on other properties where we go hiking and doing different things like that. It's that mindset you got to work on, the warrior mindset. That's another thing also that we need to be instilling in our youth, is to be kind, compassionate, patient, understanding, loving, all those things, but also to be able to be a warrior, to be hard when needed. It's something that just really isn't taught in society nowadays, but it's vitally important. If we ever want the Second Amendment to have teeth, most people say these are the teeth of the Second Amendment. Kind of. Trained warriors are the teeth of the Second Amendment. These are around. Even if you don't have them, there will be ways to get them. Training is everything. You can have the proper equipment, that's important. But it's not about being tacticool. This isn't a cry JPC, because I'm not jumping out of airplanes. I don't care. It works for me. Find gear that works for you within your budget. Don't worry about being tacticool. And if you're out there training, you're going to learn things like a lesson learned I have. I had a pouch that was a temporary thing. I was going to get the proper pouch. I had it mounted. I'm going to talk about this in the Patreon video. And during our training, it ripped off. it snagged on something, and basically it came so loose that I was able to reach back, grab it, and just pull it off. And it barely, I didn't have to yank or anything, like it just came right off. And I just tossed it to the side. I'm like, whatever. It was just an extra, wasn't a full IFAK. It was just an extra like med kit. My full IFAK's on my war belt, and that's not going anywhere. But if you're not out training, you don't learn things like that. You don't learn what works and what doesn't. You don't learn that your gear is not actually up to par. You also don't learn you're lacking, what you're needing. You don't learn what kinds of kit you need to have to perform different missions in different roles. It's completely different loadout, setup, theory of use for an urban close quarter battle, CQB type situation than it is for a rural, out in the woods, out in the mountains type fight. Completely different. Different skills, different gear. So gear yourself for your AO, for your operation, or for your area of operation, where you live. A lot of people like talking about camouflage and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. Earth tones. If you are picking a camouflage, which I don't recommend, actually, and here's why. I'll tell you in a sec. Pick one that works in your AO, of course. Don't pick a desert camouflage if you live, in the jungle. Don't pick a woodland camouflage if you live in the desert. Okay, it's common sense. You guys know that. The reason why I don't recommend it is because I prefer just earth tones. Natural tones, subdued tones, stuff like that. Because if I'm in a permissive environment and I need to transition and make myself disappear into a population, just walk into town, all I got to do is ditch this stuff and what I'm wearing is fine. It's another thing about layers though. If you wear layers that are different colors, you can ditch your outer layer and you don't even look like the same person. Take off your ball cap and throw on a beanie. Have a beanie in your pocket. Take off the extra layer. Pants, nobody pays attention. Everybody's got brown pants or green pants or blue jeans or whatever. That doesn't matter. However, having a ghillie is very important. I really like the 2/3 Assaulter's ghillies. Those are really nice. If I'm out operating in an environment like this, I always have it on. Because it doesn't hurt if I'm out patrolling and it helps cover up whatever I'm wearing. This is just a gray fleece. Whatever. It's fine. And if I'm wearing that ghillie, it covers all this up anyway. And all I gotta do is kind of like duck down into the shrubbery and I completely disappear. If I'm being chased, hunted down, I can escape and evade much more effectively like that. If I'm setting up an ambush, it gives me an effective method, especially with a hood. If I need to disappear into town, I can have normal clothing on underneath. I just throw it off, throw my gear off, stash it somewhere, walk into town. If you're not out training though, you're not learning these things. You're not learning if you need nods, night vision devices. You're not learning, do I need a 10.5 barreled pistol or do I need a 20-inch rifle or something in between? You don't know if you need a 7.62 by 51 or a 5.56, 9mm, 300 blackout, 6.5 Creedmoor. You don't know what you need. You just know what you watch on YouTube for all the Tacticool channels. Well, this is not a Tacticool channel. This is a TactiReal channel. I just came up with that. Seriously, because I actually train and I have experience using this stuff. So kit yourself properly. Don't waste money, but spend it wisely and where it will actually make a difference. The way I look at gear, theory of my gear is that I add gear only when it significantly impacts my capability. Night vision is a great one. Ballistic protection is a great one. Suppressors are a great one if you want to go through the hassle. If you have the ability to and desire to and the location allows you to, full auto. Why not? Why not have that capability? I'm not in a state where I can. There's a lot of things out there. It depends on what you want and what you need in your area. Are you a big dude that can carry a lot of equipment, a lot of ammo? Are you small? You need to carry lightweight stuff. You're going to be more like a scout mission. If you're out training, you learn these things. And you learn your physical limitations. You learn where you need to improve your physical fitness. Very important. Anyway, I don't think I'm really going to... Yeah. One thing though, before I forget, please subscribe, hit the like button, comment below, share the videos, ring the notification bell for all. I appreciate that very much. Thank you guys very much. We're getting really close to 26,000 subscribers. That's so cool. So wrap it all up. Do preppers need tactical training? Maybe. Like I said, for the people that want to, the people that have the ability to, yes. The more people that have tactical training in this nation and in every nation, the better off we'll be. Enough said. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.